How's everybody doing today, tonight, tomorrow? As I always say, whatever time, realm, dimension, living, I hope you're doing great, feeling blessed, no stress like this. This is why you never put irrigation and valves next to a tree. Yeah, that's what I'm dealing with right now, so I gotta make this kind of quick because I gotta fix this shit and get off this property, and I got more work to go do just like it. I don't ever stop working. I try to get in here and talk to you guys too, so let's make this quick. We got events taking place everywhere recently. All kinds of these beautiful staged illusions that they call terrorism or extremism or hate or whatever they want to label it. But we know what it really is. It's an illusion. It's a rehearsal. It's a show. And it's put on to scare us. It's put on to take away liberty. We know why it's here. Now, we've been having shootings everywhere. Even this morning there was a shooting down in Orlando. 5 dead, I believe more wounded. But even though it's a week away from the Pulse nightclub anniversary, I don't think it was really much of anything but probably a disgruntled employee or somebody slept with somebody's wife or something crazy like that. I don't know, is that an RV place? I don't know if you know how much RVs cost. Somebody might have got a bill and lost their shit. Nothing to joke about, people's lives were lost, but I don't know about that one. We've been having these simulations, like I say, everywhere. And along with these simulations, we've been having events. And these events seem to be ramping up lately. They're not slowing down, that's for sure. They're speeding up. Not only have we had our usual false flags of shooting, stabbings, people getting run over, you name it, bombs, but the cyber attacks are kicking up again. And we need to be very mindful of those, because those cyber attacks could shut down society as we know it like that. Now, I wanted to talk about these events when they happen, but I wanted to take a step back and actually just kind of read and look between the lines and kind of go over it so I didn't miss anything. And I'm not going to go over everything. I just want to point out a couple of things here. We look at Manchester that happened a couple weeks ago, and we don't see any video. We don't see anything from it. It's kind of, just a boom, and supposedly people are scattered like Skittles, as the one guy said. But there were so many missing pieces to that story, which, it just didn't add up. Fast forwarding a little bit there to the Times Square incident that happened recently, the guy that went on the rampage running people over. I'm not saying this event didn't take place, okay? And my heart, thoughts, and prayers go out to the people that were killed and injured on this. It seems like that was real. And I've always said, these may be a production of these people, these may be a staged event, a show, you name it, reality show, but people really do get hurt. Innocent lives are taken, and it's sad. But you look at this event that took place in Times Square, and you look at all the coincidences, or I guess the script, and you take the fact of this guy rampaging through, and where he crashes, there's a fire truck already there. As witnesses said, there were already police with tack gear on, staged, and sitting there waiting, and that's the words they use. They said the police were staged here when he crashed. Not only that, he gets out of the car and he runs. The first person he runs at's a cop, and then the guy who stopped him, who looks like a civilian, turns out he's a cop, fancy little earpiece and everything. And there just happens to be a professional photographer there at the right time, taking all these great pictures. I mean, come on. Okay, granted, these things, yeah, I guess these things could happen. It could be a coincidence. Sure. Okay, but then let's talk about this interview this fella here did. That guy is either the toughest son of a bitch I've ever seen, or it's not him, or they messed up the script. I don't know. Or we looked at some kind of special effects here. Computer animation. I don't know. But this guy, supposedly, the car grazed his backpack. Just grazed. Like when a mirror almost hits you or something. It's just kind of like, whoa, who grazed me? Alright, that's what he said. But look, yeah, look at this. That's not what I see. Some bitch got run over. Damn legs got run over. Like I said, he's either tough as bear claws or they're slicker than goose shit. One or the other. There's no way this guy should be standing here after this car just rolled his ass up underneath it. That does not make any sense to me. And the fact that he doesn't talk about it the way people are today, if something like that were to happen to somebody, they would be talking about it nonstop. The media would be blowing it up. Survivor of the rampage stands and talks strong. But no, just raise my backpack and I'm okay. Doesn't make sense, y'all. Doesn't make sense at all with a lot of these events. So, like I say, these productions, these staged rehearsals that they do to make sure everybody knows where they're supposed to be and when they're supposed to be there. That's what we see. These illusions that they put on. This reality show called Illusion, or called The Real World. So let's fast forward a little bit. London Bridge. Alright, once again, granted, I believe people got injured, killed, you name it. I believe, as always, false flags. And I don't even know if I should call them a false flag, really. I mean, I guess, yeah, false flag's okay. Because these are just staged. These are productions. These are shows put on. Bilderberg just had their little get-together, their production meeting, to write out all these scripts. And it's amazing how these events take place right afterwards. London Bridge, I mean, it's like they closed the doors to Bilderberg, and here we go. London Bridge is falling down. These guys are sick, sadistic, and if you don't think they've planned out the next year, already have the script written, know who's getting out of the show, know who's going to come into the show, who the next leaders are, what leaders are going down, countries are going to come up, countries are going to go down, you're lying to yourself. Because they know, and they're already taking action. They have their agendas, and they do these things for a reason. London Bridge, though. Out of everything I saw interviews that didn't add up. I saw people claiming this and claiming that didn't add up. But there was one thing that really got to me more than any. And I'll put a link into it over at VP Earth. If you're not subscribed, he's got a video up about this. But have a look at these officers who decided maybe they got too hot. They had to change. They were hiding behind a bus. They got people looking out for them while they're changing. At first I thought they're putting on tack gear. No big deal. Everybody puts on tack gear, right? In an incident like this. You don't know what you're walking into. You want to be ready and prepared. That's not tack gear. Or it's the strangest damn tack gear I've ever seen. They're putting on civilian clothes. You look at the guy in the background wearing the black hoodie now, who changed out of his uniform or her uniform. I can't tell if it's a male or female. But changed out of their uniform, has a black hoodie on and big black baggy pants. What kind of tack gear is this? It's the new gangster tack gear, like, yo, what's up? Freeze. But it's English. It'd be like, mother, hey, what's up? Freeze, you know, something like that. Let's spot the tea. You guys lay on the ground. Put your hands on your head. Something like that. I'm a redneck, so we don't do country or English accents too well. Quite right. But seriously, that's supposedly tack gear. You look at the other guy. One guy looks like he's going fishing. The other guy looks like he's a yuppie. What are they doing? They're dressing up like civilians. And they're going out there, I don't know to do what. To either run and get crowds amped up or kill people, you name it. I don't know what they're doing. All I know is it's very strange that they're changing into civilian clothing, and especially one in particular, other than a hoodie in the back there, but one really grabbed my eye. Take a look at one of the terrorists that were shot. Yeah. Now, I know it's embarrassing when you show up to work or go somewhere and somebody's got the same damn outfit on as you. Ain't that embarrassing? Yeah. These two, look at the camo pants he's putting on. Look at his beard. Look at his build. Look at everything about him. He looks just like the terrorist. So, what are they telling us here? This is one of the supposed killed terrorists, right? It's just another stage. It's another act. It's another illusion put in front of us to make us think something? I don't know anymore. You look at the news and you can't believe anything you see because they're working hand in hand with them. You look at what CNN just got caught doing, staging an event over there for one of their stories. They've been getting lambasted about it. Thankfully, people picked up on it, and it was thanks to people like you, people that happened to be walking by and took pictures of this stuff and tweeted it and put it on Facebook and whatnot. Thankfully, people are noticing and waking up in some areas, and they're addressing these issues, and then we can't stop doing that, and they want us to. Now that this has happened, now that they've been caught doing things like this, and channels like mine and others and you and all of us are speaking up and saying, whoa, 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 this shit don't add up, y'all. They have labeled it now as something new, or not new, but they have labeled it now hate speech, extremism, things like that. The Daily News, UK officials have come out and they've stated that it's YouTube's fault that London Bridge was attacked. Even though the cops seem to be the terrorists in that picture, but let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that videos like mine supposedly breed hate. That I'm hateful. Those of you who know me, have talked to me, I think you can pretty much figure out I'm not a hateful person. I don't want that. I know a lot of you aren't that way, but that's what they want to label us. Because they don't want the truth spread. They don't want us out there talking to each other. They don't want us waking others up. They don't want us pulling the curtain back and getting rid of the illusion. They don't want anybody to know that Oz is behind there. They want them to just stay on the yellow brick road, keep walking in circles. You're really not searching for anything. You really stumbled into Wonderland. They don't want that. I got a feeling, though, unfortunately, if they keep putting the pressure on, YouTube's going to turn around and change guidelines on here, and you'll start seeing a lot of videos like mine and others disappearing. Will get pushed away or shut out somehow. It's a double-edged sword, unfortunately, because we go out there and we try to spread the truth. You know, you all do the same thing. We try to get out there and wake people up to what's really going on, but they use it against us. They label it hate speech and this and that to try to get rid of it. So it's like if we go on and speak the truth, then we're just shooting ourselves in the foot, because they're going to turn around and call it extremism or hate speech and say we're the cause of all this, when we know we're not. We know they're the cause of it. We know that they're the ones that produce it, they direct it, the special effects, the whole 9 yards. They even collect their little awards probably at Bilderberg each year. That's probably what the hell that is. It's just a damn award show for all this kind of stuff. I'll let it loose. Starting to get heated there. You can see hateful? That's what I'm hateful towards. I'm hateful towards the people like that. That just for their power and greed would take innocent lives and not think twice about it. That's what I'm hateful towards. And I know a lot of you are too. So no matter what, if we got to shut down here and find another ship to jump on, let's do it. Well, we'll find a way to keep spreading this message. No matter what, I'm not going to stop. They can try to close this thing, but ain't nobody figured out how yet. Like Usain Bolt, the way my mouth runs. But we can't stop, y'all. We've got to keep pushing. And they're going to try to stop us. They're going to try to shut us up. We can't let it happen. We've got to bring people's eyes and ears to the game and make them aware of what's going on. No matter what it takes. They're going to call you crazy. Fine. Be crazy. It's worth it if you wake them up eventually. Anyhow, I got to get back to work, y'all. Thank you for everything, guys. Keep spreading that message. Thank you for all you do. Be doing the gift soon. As always, y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay incredible. I'm going back to work. See ya.